brown. So looks like Tom Holland might have spoiled how the Odyssey movie will end in this his latest GQ interview he gave. Like yesterday, this interview came out, and if you see the interview, literally, man, Tom Holland is spoiling the whole movie's ending, honestly. That being said, I know a lot of people will be like, whoa, that's not a spoiler, or like the ending is out there. But you're talking about Christopher Nolan. The Christopher Nolan movie, he's famous for twist and turn, right? His movie always have twist within twist. Even Oppenheimer had twist and turn. So, I feel like this interview, especially this Zeke interview, so personally, if you don't want to know about any spoiler, don't watch that interview. That being said, of course, this is highly anticipated, all this interview, honestly. I remember me watching all the Oppenheimer interview, promotional interview, because all the Oppenheimer interview were so good, because it was Christopher Nolan was giving interview with Robert Downey Jr. And if you have seen Robert Downey Jr., he's a very jokey person, right? And Christopher Nolan is a very serious person. So watching those, like the interview back then, I remember, I watched all of them. They were so entertaining. Of course, I was excited to see the Odyssey interview as well, because of course, I'm so excited to see this movie. And this is first ever interview with the ZQ is Matt Damon, Robert Pattinson, and Tom Holland. Of course, when this interview dropped, I immediately clicked. Odyssey's, like, I feel like official promotional tour just started yesterday, because I think this is the first time like Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, these three, like end of the day, these three people, they are big star, like big Hollywood star. They are starring in this movie. Of course, they're gonna, like Universal Studio, of course, they're gonna get them to go out and promote this movie. So this was their first ever interview for, I think that's the first one I have seen. I have not seen any other interview they have done, like physically. Maybe they have given interview with the Variety or something, but I have not seen it. But anyway, I was really excited, if I'm being honest. I clicked immediately when I saw their face in this interview. I was like, whoa, this is first time they're giving interview. So, I was really excited to see. And this interview starts with Robert Pattinson, Matt Damon, and Tom Holland. At first, Matt Damon was talking about his movie. Robert Pattinson was talking about his movie. And then we go to Tom Holland. Instead of talking about Tom Holland, his first movie or something, he started talking about, oh my God, he literally was talking about the Odyssey last 10 minutes from that movie. And I don't want to say what was he talking, because that was definitely spoiler, if I'm being honest. Like, if you don't know how this movie gonna end, obviously, you should avoid this interview because he's really spoiling the movie. And Robert Pattinson, physically, he was chewing his finger. He was so nervous. His face was like, what is he saying? He's so nervous. Robert Pattinson in real life, he's very shy kind of person. Like, he's not an outgoing person like Tom Holland. But in this interview, just like, what is Tom saying? He wasn't sure he should be saying this or not. Matt Damon's face is like, what is he saying? Is this spoiler or not? Matt Damon was totally confused. But as Tom Holland went on about it, and Matt Damon was like, you know what is he talking is end of the day, like, this is like, everybody know about, how Odyssey was trying to get to home and everything, how it's end, right? So I think that's the reason Matt Damon was really confused. Like, he didn't know what he's going to do in this or something. His face was like, should I stop him or what should I do? And watching this interview, I was physically feeling like, man, Tom Holland. So Tom Holland, he's really famous for spoiling movie. So I had actually personally never seen any interview Tom Holland, he's spoiling any movies or anything like that. Like, I have not seen. This is me first time watching this. And I was just like, Tom Holland, you are spoiling the movie. Every time he was talking about this movie, man, he was spoiling. okay, you might be like, whoa, this is not spoiler. Everybody knows how it's gonna end. No, there was like this article a couple of months ago, like, I think Christopher Nolan, he's doing something different with the ending and everything. Like, I don't want to be discussing too much because it will be spoiler for if you don't know what is going to happen. So I'm just talking vaguely about it. But anyway, Christopher Nolan, he was talking about like he will be doing something different with the ending, if I'm not wrong. Like, or there will be something gonna happen in this movie that is going to be twist. End of the day, you're talking about Christopher Nolan. He has a twist and turn in his movie all the time, right? Like, so that's why this morning, honestly, when I was watching this interview, I was watching it as a fan because, as I said, I am really so excited to see this movie. Despite all the controversy, I'm very excited. So, you know, I was watching this interview, I was personally really, like, I feel I was spoiled, if I'm being honest here. Like, I was like, oh my God, Tom Holland, you need to stop talking about this movie. But he doesn't. He will just keep going on. And my reaction as a fan was like, oh wow, he really did spoil that. So this morning I go Twitter. A lot of people also got spoiled by this. But this interview is still out on ZQ. So it's not taken by them, I think, if I'm not wrong. But a lot of people are talking about this morning because, you know what? He really was. Man, he was literally talking about how this movie gonna end. Can you imagine if it's Christopher Nolan, he heard this? The guy famous for twist and turn, and his movie's twist got ruined here. Again, I know you're gonna be like, oh, this is not a spoiler, blah, blah. But it is kind of. He was trying to do something different here. So I'm like, wow. I was like really, really surprised how the interview ends. This was overall, though, it still was quite amazing interview, I must say, on ZQ. And it reminded me the time I was watching all the ZQ interview for Oppenheimer. When the Oppenheimer movie was coming out, you know, there was a lot of interview with the Christopher Nolan and Robert Downey Jr. And those interviews were so entertaining. I remember watching them, and like, if I think about this, I'm like, this was really wow. And that was my thought on this. Let me in the comment, what do you think about this, like, Tom Holland spoiling this movie for everyone? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.